Are we live?
What's up, everybody? Mike here, and today we got a very special episode with a couple of very special pieces of trash. We got Jay and Chris
He's not
from
even
Double
paying
Blanks.
attention. He's looking down at that. Sorry, I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it civil in here tonight.
You've
for you.
already said it.
Did I say episode or video? I can't remember. It's a video.
Episode.
Whatever. It's a video.
Episodic.
probably
You gotta see the last one, otherwise you won't know what's happening in this one. It's an episode, right? It used to piss me off when Jay would say that. Welcome to another Star Wars Destiny episode. It's not episodic.
Well,
Every video
Star
is
Wars is
independent,
episodic.
isn't it? Star Wars is, not Jay.
well, it's like it's episodic where each one is independent of each other. Because I thought that's what that was.
It's like a procedural.
So like
Like Law
Black
and Order?
Mirror, I like Black Mirror, I consider episodic, right? Because it's like completely different every episode. It's like it doesn't pertain to the last one.
I don't know. To me, episodic is like a continuation of a
Why are we
major
talking about this?
I don't know.
Because it's way more interesting than Star Wars Destiny.
Yeah, it's way better than spoilers, right, guys?
Yeah, way better.
All right.
Trash friends, trash game.
I'm looking it up.
Oh,
All right, look it up real quick. Now I'm curious. Can you see with that bright light directly in your face?
All right, I didn't look it up.
You're looking white.
All right. First card's not really a spoiler, but at least we got the full actual card and not a magazine ad for it. So we've got Cassian Andor, who everybody probably has seen before. Jay, you've been playing some Cassian lately. What are your current thoughts on him?
Some Cassian. Oh, I think he's a freaking beast, dude. He is so extremely good. Whether you play him as mill or damage, and it's like he's your 14 cost character. So if they go for him, then your 16 cost character is gonna go off all game.
Mm-hmm.
And then if they don't go for him, then late game when they have one character left, his die is a 2 and a 3 for 14 points, and they're both free. It's like he's insanely good.
Yeah, when I first saw him, he reminds me of a little mini Palpatine. Like,
Yeah.
he gets like half of Palpatine's effect for half the points, basically.
Yeah.
But his dice are not are not only half as good, so I like him.
He's really good.
What are your thoughts, Chris?
I think he's pretty good. I think people are overrating him a bit. They're acting like he's just going to completely break the game wide open. Think back to when we thought Tarkin was going to break the game wide open with his 4 indirect, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I think with the amount of shields people can generate, 1 indirect is very easy for a good player to play around. I think he's pretty good. I think he's flexible, and at 14, he's definitely got some pairings. Also, he's Yellow Hero, and I refuse to think that anything that's Yellow Hero can be bad. You know, you can play some of the most broken cards in the game, like Second Chance and Easy Pickings. That alone makes you good. You know, you know, I think he's going to be good, but he's not going to be the Cataclysm of Destiny. He's not. He's going to be in top tier decks, I feel like, but he's balanced. I don't think he's going to break the game the way I feel like Sabine broke the game for Yellow Hero. You know.
Yep.
I just think he's going to be a very good, solid character.
I'm on board with that.
I predict that when the set drops and everyone's playing him, that you're gonna completely change your mind and you think he's gonna be broken.
I don't know. I think people are overreacting to Cassian a bit. I just think he's good, but not like he ain't no FN 2199. You know, he ain't no Sabine.
That's fair.
You know?
Yeah.
He ain't no way.
He's not like FN. He's not.
Yeah.
He doesn't seem as busted as those kind of characters.
I think good players can play around. I don't think he's gonna shatter the game wide open.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
But that's a good thing. Like, I don't want characters to break the game wide open. Like,
yeah.
Like, you know, Set 1 did. So I like his design, and I think he's good.
So we haven't really talked about the other side of his ability, where you can discard the top 2 cards of an opponent's deck. I I like that. That's definitely my play style. And I'm not really sure that he's like that much better than Padme in terms of like mill speed. Like it's definitely easier for him to hit your opponent's hand at the end of the game because he's got those 2 discard sides. But I don't necessarily think that that's like the place for him to go. I think that he is probably way better as a damage character, or at least like more obviously powerful as a damage character.
I just feel like you've got better options if you want to play mill.
Mm-hmm.
Yoda is a better option for 1 point less.
Right. Well, and you can play like Yoda Cassian with profitable connections, and that's like your mill deck. But
yeah,
like that doesn't seem any better to me than like Yoda Padme or Yoda Lando.
Padme,
yeah.
I actually kind of think I prefer Padme just because it's like the special chaining is ridiculous, and then you got force meditation, and it's ugly.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
I will say that his discard sides come in clutch every now and then, though.
Yeah, and they're really good with Rebel. The fact that he has 2, if you play him, with 2 dice, like you have a pretty good shot at being able to turn Rebel on it, like just when you roll him out.
Yeah.
So.
That's the first thing you want to do is have 4 easy pickings in your deck, right?
Exactly.
That's so much
what
fun.
more do you want as a yellow deck? All right,
one more thing.
Easy Dickens.
All right, last comments.
His discard from the top of the deck could be good if for some reason you see the top of your opponent's deck and it's like a second chance or something like that. You could hit that 1 card if you needed to.
All right, so we're moving on to the next card.
All right, what's the next card, Coach?
All right, so the next card is called Clandestine Operation, and it's spot 2 yellow characters or Cassian Andor, and then you resolve as many dice as you want with the same symbol, and then you get to discard that many cards off the top of your opponent's deck. So this obviously is made to go with Cassian, but
definitely
it's meant to go with like a mill version of Cassian, which we just said isn't necessarily like that strong. So
with this is kind of good. If you roll out, get 2 discard sides,
and then you get to discard 6 cards. Like you discard 2 from their hand, and then 4 from their deck. I think that's okay. Like I don't think that like for 1 resource, I think you could do better. Like this is half of a like force meditation anyway. So it's like, would you rather pay for force meditation or this? Like, I don't know. I'm trashing my own spoiler a little bit here, but I think it's kind of like not the best.
Yeah, I'm picking up what you're putting down, but like that there's a 4-cost card that's like what, discard 4 cards from your opponent's deck?
Or it's a 3-cost discard 4, I think.
So it's like this is clearly better than that, in my opinion.
It's more efficient.
And it's like if you play him with Yoda has discard side. So if you get that good roll and you have 3 discards sitting out there or something, then you're discarding some cards.
True.
I don't know, man.
If you're playing Yoda, though, and you're resolving the discard side, you're not resolving his special.
That's true. Throw some lone operatives in there, get another discard side, or some of them cards, dice that have discard sides, and it might be kind of good. I don't know. It's probably not amazing, but it sounds cool.
Yeah.
And definitely. I will say that like now that I see the full art that's not like blurry, it actually looks, both of these cards look like they have pretty good artwork.
Mm-hmm. What are your thoughts, Chris? Any quick hot takes?
It's Mill. Of course they gave.
It's not your type of card.
Of course they gave Mike Mill.
It's what do you want? If you come over to my house for lunch and I feed you bread, just bread out of the package, not toasted, not buttered, just bread. And I just, hey, here you go, Mike, and you eat it. And I was like, what do you think of that bread? And it's bread. That's what Mill tastes like to me. But I will say, like, we're getting to that point where you can make, like, obviously Mill's competitive. I mean, it got shut out at Worlds, but I mean, it sucks. Mill sucks. No one wants to play it, you know. But you can.
No one wants to play
if you
it.
Want to. Okay, so used to be when I was kind of toying around with Mill, we had like, if you wanted to play Hero Mill, you had like Con Artist and
Con Artist,
Friends in Low Places. Like, it was garbage. But we're finally at that point where it's like, all right, if you want to play Mill, here's a couple of upgrades, here's a couple of supports, here's a couple of events, and now you're kind of at that point where it's like, we could do a deck where it's all the good Mill stuff, and then we've got like 15 slots for just pure removal and mitigation and healing, and it's like,
That's right.
we can kind of make this work now. So yeah, just couple it with all the other Mill stuff Heroes got, and just get kicked from my server for playing it if you want.
Yay.
Sounds good. All right,
Yay.
we're moving.
I almost was like, I was almost like, if you did Padme Yoda,
Mhm.
you just roll out and like do 4 speeds and all these dice that have specials and roll out and do it like that. That
Right.
would be cool. But it's
But you
2
can't.
yellow characters at Cassian. So it's
Mhm.
like, I'm trying to think of a way you could do that with Cassian or another 2 yellow characters or something. But I don't see a way to do that.
Yeah.
Partisan deck would be the only like
Yeah, you could do.
You could do it in like
partisan.
like a Yoda partisan Jar Jar, or like a Plo Koon double partisan. Like you could do
Yeah.
one of those, and like the Plo Koon double partisan
That's
sounds like it'd be pretty sweet because like if you roll like, let's say, all resources or something like that, like that's a lot of discard.
It is.
You remember that scene in the movie where Yoda was hanging out with Jar Jar and one partisan, and they were all hanging out and fighting crime? They didn't attack anyone. They just
This is a game of
milled
what
Jar-
if battles, Chris. This is not
They-
movie accurate Star Wars
They
gaming.
they just milled Darth Maul to death. It was so cool. Not a lightsaber was swung.
That was my favorite
Best
scene in the
fight.
movie, man.
Best fight 2017.
They just thought a whole bunch, meditated a
They
little bit.
fiddled,
Oh, man.
they fiddled with his lightsaber. He turned it on, they turn it off. And he eventually just died.
They're just trolling him.
Died of troll.
All right. Well, I'm moving on. All right. So just in case Chris didn't want any more mill cards, this next card is a mill card. I'm gonna wax on this card for a second before you guys talk.
Yeah.
All right. So this next card is called Stealthy, and it is awesome. Number one, it says attached character becomes a trooper, and it's a hero card, and it's literally, it turns any of your characters into a rebel spy. So this is like the perfect card for me to be showing you guys today.
Yeah,
So-
Lucas knew what he was doing on this one.
Yeah, thanks Lucas, thanks Jeremy. You guys, I can't thank you enough for designing a card after me. Okay. Number one, it turns your character into a rebel spy. Number two, it's a mill card. Number three, you can put this on Jar Jar. I don't understand. Like, thank you guys. I really appreciate it.
If FFG was super cool, they would have used your mugshot picture for this card. Like that suit of armor, but instead of that Kanan looking dude, just used Mike.
We're gonna make that into a Jedi Trials alt art or something.
Yeah, you have to.
And like it's not gonna look good. It's just gonna I'm literally gonna Photoshop my face onto this.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's chat about Stealthy for a bit. It's a
Let's
2-cost
see what it's
upgrade. Turns your character into a trooper, which there aren't any cards that matter for it yet, but they're they're making that matter because Boss Nass and Dumb Luck they call out Gungans as a thing. So maybe they're gonna call out some other character types in cards that are coming out in this set maybe. So the die size is 2 indirect damage, which is the oddest side on here to me. 2 shields,
It's
resource,
for the Jedi partisans.
I guess, and then special, and specials discard cards from the top of your opponent's deck equal to the value showing on a character die that you have. So, I don't. No, go ahead.
Roll out your launch bay. Hit him with the buyout.
Character dice.
Oh my god! Yeah,
Oh, it has to be
Damn
a
it,
character
Chris.
die.
yeah.
Hi,
Yeah,
you
so-
met a Mace Windu Maz.
Yeah. Mace Maz Mill.
Discard 4 with stealthy.
So I was thinking about pairings for this. Like, you want at least a 3-side, I would imagine. So you've got Hired Gun, you've got the Wookiee, and you got Lando. And I think I'm playing this with Lando. Lando Yoda Mill has like been like rising in popularity over the past like couple weeks, and Lando's got a 2-side and a 3-side. And like you can special chain this with Yoda. So if you go Yoda Lando, you can chain into this, and then if you're showing the 3-set on Lando, you just mill 3 cards off the top of your opponent's deck, which is a lot. So
even 2 though, I still feel like it's pretty good because like Force Meditation is a 2 cost and it just does 2 anyway. So I feel like it's still good value if you only have like a bunch like Qui-Gon. He's got 2 sides. Like you wouldn't play it with Qui-Gon, but just for an example.
And that 2 shield side is
it's
really
clutch.
nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a lot of shields.
I really hope to see more upgrades like this going into set rotation. There's no dumbass 1 disrupt, or a +1 resource.
Yeah.
No, it's you get damage, 2 shields, a resource, or
what you want.
And it's like no matter what you hit on this die, you can work with it. Whereas like there are tons of dice. Like Force Throw is the worst offender of this. You roll it out, it's the 1 disrupt. It's like what are you gonna do with 1 disrupt?
And it's like it's a 3 cost.
It may as well be a blank.
3 to have that.
How about paying 22 for Mace Windu to get a shield? A single shield. But and it's like it's a 2 cost upgrade. You get in your opening hand, you're happy to see it, and you're happy with whatever it rolls. So I hope this is like what 2 cost upgrades will look like going forward. You know what I mean?
Yeah, totally.
Even if it's for trash mill.
Like what do you go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just gonna. I'm really interested to see how far they take subtypes. So because I think that's a really cool thing that Destiny needs is like subtypes. Basically, they exist in like any other CCG, and it's just like, hey, you have a trooper deck or a Gungan instead of a red deck, a blue deck, or a yellow deck. It's like you've got a Gungan deck or a pod racer deck. It gives the game more individuality, specialization, and it's like okay, I'm gonna get good at this trooper deck. All my events are gonna relate to troopers. It's gonna be a lot of stuff that spot a trooper and do something good. So I don't know. I think subtypes are a step in the right direction.
Totally.
This game.
Yeah, it adds a lot of really cool design space. Like, imagine if Use the Force said like spot a Jedi instead of spot a blue character. Like that's just like more thematic, more interesting. So I hope that they really expand on that in the future.
I hate this card. Artwork's awesome.
Artwork's great.
I'll tell you this. It's a legendary, and that's pretty lame.
It is a little weird to me that it's a legendary. It doesn't feel super legendary to me, other than the fact that it was created after me. So in that regard, it's legendary. But
yeah.
If it had your face, I'd be like, oh yeah, this is the best card in the set. But if I buy a box and this is one of my legendaries, I'm gonna be like, all right, Grand Moff all over again.
Send them all to me.
Yeah, it's legendary for the artwork.
Pretty much.
Yeah, it's a cool card. So
and that 2 indirect is for Jedha Partisan. It's got to be all it's for, right?
You would think so, right? Like the other use for it is like if you're playing this in a deck with 3PO, like you can use that as like a double discard or something like that. It's just another 2-side. Or if you're playing it in a deck with the other one, Determination, where like you can resolve this as something other than the 2 indirect. So
dude, they throw indirect on everything. Like Jar Jar
now,
indirect. Boss Nass probably has an indirect.
Jar Jar accidentally deals some damage sometimes.
Yeah.
They'll just throw an indirect on like everything. It'll be the new Jedi robes when they redo that. It'll have like one it'll be like a shield, a resource, and a 1 indirect just in case, Smother them with it.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's wrap this up.
There you have it.
Thank you everybody for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this. These sweet spoilers with these trash people up here.
My pizza got cold.
Thank you guys for coming on. And see you guys next time.
It sounded like a cracker.
Go watch Double Blanks.
Dorito
Go
chip.
listen to Jedi Trials.
Yeah.
If you guys enjoyed this video, subscribe.
Jedi trial.
Adios.